I'll be attempting to draw DC characters without reference, straight from memory. So please note that I did not prepare for this video in any source. I did not do any research to see how a large variety of DC characters look like. I'm just going solely based off what I remember, right? So it has actually been a while if I've even watched any DC movies, but let's just see if I'm able to recall any of the characters. So for this particular video, I actually asked my brothers to give me 5 DC characters, and I'll be trying to create those or redraw those 5 DC characters that they give straight from memory. So the first one you're seeing on the screen now is Hawkman. So I was quite shocked when I saw that Hawkman was on the list, and I was like, whoa, do I actually remember how this guy looks like? So I just had to just dig into my visual library and just at least find some key elements in his design that I remember, which is what I did. This is me now just maxing out the whole thing just so I can add in the colors. I always like to use purple for my shadows with the multiply blending mode. And then I actually experimented something new for this, should I say, challenge. I used the lasso field to add the shadings, the shadows to the characters. So at this point, coloring the marks, I was sort of confused. I mean, what is this that I was doing? What is this? But I just completely forgot how his head looks like. I know he wears a mask, but I just couldn't remember how it looked on his head. But anyway, here's the final thing for Hawkman. So yeah, by the end of the video, we'll compare my version here with the original to see how accurate I am with this drawing. Alright, so the next DC character on the list was Kilowog. And when I saw it, I was like, why is my brother setting me up here? Because when last did I see Kilowog? I know it's from Green Lantern, right? But it has been so long. And even if it hadn't been so long, I don't really draw characters like this, right? I draw more human characters. So I mean, I don't think I was able to do a good job at remembering how he looks like, but I'm just here trying my best, guys. I'm just trying my best to see if I can get as close to how he originally looks or how I remember him. Um, so yeah, I know his eyes are black. At least I remember that, and I know he's a Green Lantern. So I definitely put on the Green Lantern outfit. In brightest day, in darkest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's lights. Eh, sorry, that was me just being cringe. For sure, that was like their national anthem or something. Oh no, it was like the Green Lantern's anthem. I don't know if they say it's to recharge their rings, which is where they get their powers from or something. It's pretty catchy, I guess. Moving on. Okay, so here we have the third character, which is Lex Luthor, Warsuit version. Right, so that was what I got on the list for the third DC character. So Lex Luthor, the version that has where he's wearing his war suit. Right, so by the towards the end of the video, I would do the comparison just to see how accurate I got to the real things. So yeah, for this one, I didn't even, I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. Oh, okay. So yeah, I actually didn't know what to actually go for here because I did not have anything in my visual library for Lex Luthor's war suits. I definitely had something in my visual library for Lex Luthor himself because I know he's bald. And he's typically always on a suit. I mean, I don't think I've seen Lex Luthor wearing a t-shirt. Imagine Lex Luthor wearing a t-shirt. I mean, we'll start giving off that. We'll start giving off dad vibes, right? Instead of like rich psychopath. Okay, he's not really a psychopath, but you get what I mean. So yeah, this is me just trying to make use of shapes. So that's you like make use of. Moving on. When I saw this one, I was like, this it was a breath of fresh air. So the fourth on the list is none other than Aqualad. When I saw it, I was just like, wow, okay, because I actually made a fan art of Aqualad in 2021, if I'm not mistaken, and so I still have a bit of some knowledge of how of how his key features look like from that fan art, and so I am just going to try to put those features here as well. So I tried. So I don't know, for these poses they were just coming. I didn't use reference for the poses. I just went with what I felt was cool. And if you notice, the characters are very muscular. I don't know. I was just trying to just pour all my everything I've learned about anatomy. I just poured it in all the pieces. Right. So yeah, I always like to. I don't always do this, but I like to apply the shadows and highlights before adding the colors. So I definitely knew that Aqualad was black. So I was sure I remember that. That was a bit stuck between whether or not his costume was sleeveless or not. But I think it was. I think I later remembered that it was sleeveless. So the water part, I just thought to render that separately and not, get it tied in into the pose and everything. So I just rendered the water separate from the character, and this is me now just trying to put everything together. I would say this is my favorite so far. This is my favorite so far, and I think it looked really good, and I think I did a pretty good job in redrawing Aqualad. At least compared to the others, I think I did a good job in redrawing him. I don't know what I was doing there. I was trying to add beards. I funny. Okay, so moving on, it seems the final character on the list was a Superman. Dun 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 dun. Oh no, I think that's wrong universe. Wrong universe. Okay, so yeah, it's Superman. When I saw Superman as the last guy on the list, I was like, yes, because I remember in JS2 trying so hard to perfect the symbol on his chest, just trying so hard to learn how to draw it in JS2. So I was thinking of making him wave before, but I was like, I'm not really feeling it. So I just duplicated the order and, work smart. The legs, I wasn't quite feeling the legs. I didn't know what was going on there. So I tried different things, but wasn't quite feeling the legs like that, like that. So I tried zooming in, just to run away from the problem, and I guess it worked, sort of. Ooh, this Superman is looking depressed. He's not depressed, guys. It's just Sigma. Okay, so this is me. This is me drawing the symbol of hope, as he would call it in his universe, which is fictional, by the way. Okay. So for all the pieces so far, for the shadows, I used lasso fill tool, and I don't think I've actually used lasso fill tool to this extent before, at least to shade. But I really like what I was getting. I really like the results I was getting. I used it for the shadows. I used it for the highlights, and everything was looking good. Yeah, definitely. I actually liked how I did the hair as well. Just to make it look fancy a bit. Fancy a bit. And voila, it looks like we are done. So you know what time it is, guys. It's time to compare my redraws to the original, and I'm going to personally rate how well I did, but you guys, you can actually rate how well I did. Okay, so here we have the two things. This is how the original Hawkman looks, and here is my own version. So if I'm to rate this, I'll rate this a solid 6/10 because I was able to get the wings, the cross on the chest, along with the type of the weapon. Even though they are all not incredibly accurate. Okay. I'm noticing his trousers. I actually gave mine a skirt, like these Viking skirts. So I think because of that, I'm going to reduce it to maybe like a 5/10. So yeah, a 5/10 for this one. For kilo work. I did not get this one. No, I go draw dog. I drew a dog. The only thing I got here, I would say, is even the Green Lantern's outfit. I'll give this a 2/10. If I'm being honest, let's say 2/10 because it does not look like Kilowog. This one as well. I know get Amu, but I think in my defense, Lex Luthor's war suit has a lot of variations, right? Depending on the universe and all that. Right, but even at that, I think I would give this a 3/10. Yeah, solid 3/10. But I guess I can increase it to a 4. I think at least I got the bald head. I beg for this one. Nothing you won't tell me I get Nothing you won't tell me I get I got this one. At least I got the hair. I got the skin tone. I got the weapon, the control of water, the color of the vest, and the fact that it's sleeveless, the fact that the trousers are black. Almost solid 8/10. Let's just say if maybe not even okay, let's just say 8/10. But I think it's even a 9/10. I think it's a 9/10. So we're making this a 9/10. Last but not least, we have Superman. So I think this is actually also a solid 9/10, if I do say so myself. The features are intact, even going down to the S on his hair. Like if his hairstyle does not have that S, no be Superman you draw. Forget that S has to be there because that's like signature Superman. Anyway, folks, we've come to the end of the video. I hope you liked the video. This was actually fun to try and fun to just jog my memory to see how well I know these characters and can draw them. So it was pretty fun. You can let me know maybe the scores you personally would give to what I did. And without further ado, I guess I would catch you in the next video. Bye. in darkest day, in brightest night. No, okay, now that the other guys are gone, let's do something funny here, guys. Look at me. Being cringe again.